Good afternoon from InvestSharp. This is Randy Smotone with your Monday, December the 14th market update. On the economic front, we had ExxonMobil announcing this morning is buying XTO Energy for $31 billion plus $10 billion in debt, so for a total of $41 billion. All stock deal. The deal should close in the second quarter of 2010. Overseas markets were lifted overnight on the news that Abu Dhabi gave Dubai $10 billion to help save the Dubai world from default. Citi announced it will repay $20 billion of TARP. And then economic data for tomorrow. Watch for the U.S. Empire State Manufacturing data. We have the Producer Price Index data, Industrial Production, and Housing Market Index. I'm sure the big announcement this week probably is going to be Wednesday, waiting for the FOMC meeting announcements to come out. The dollar and oil was down, and gold, silver, and copper were up. Light sweet crude futures, the January contract, was down by another 36 cents today to close at $69.51 a barrel. If we go look at the WTIC here on the point and figure chart, as I've been talking about, it has a price objective. The point and figure chart has a price objective of 65. I think it's possible we could get there, even though I did notice on the charts today, it seemed like there's a little stabilization around this area. So we could go up before we go down, or we may not even make it 65, but I think it's a possibility. Oil's been pretty weak. Let's take a look at the Dow. The Dow closed up 29 points to close at 10,501. Right back up against this resistance area again. S&P closed up 7 points to 1,114, and the Nasdaq closed up 21 points to 2,212. The Nasdaq had the largest percent gain at almost 1%, and the Dow was the weakest, being up only 0.28%. So we're still on our channel, but we're back up against resistance. The MACD looks pretty good, so we'll see if we can actually break out of it this time. And S&P actually did break above as far as a closing price. It hasn't taken out the previous high over here from December the 4th, but this is the highest we've closed since we've been in this channel, which is promising. I talked about the Russell. Let's look at the Russell on the 60-minute chart. I think I talked about it. I don't know if it was on the watch list or if it was on my Friday's market analysis. But I talked about watching here on this RSI. I think Friday we were right here, but it was looking strong by this, how we were making these higher lows on this RSI that we were probably going to break out right here. And, sure enough, we did. We broke on out higher today. I think it's possible that, the next target here on the Russell is going to be up here at this like 625 area. Small caps have been pretty strong. So something to watch for. XLF, if I could spell. XLF still holding its ground. Goldman Sachs started showing a little bit of strength today, so keep a watch out here for Goldman Sachs to break out of this falling wedge, which would be bullish. We can take out, say, that high there. I'd say about 168 or so. With some volume would be promising. Let's take a look at the gold. Gold looks like it might be trying, put in a base right here. You're right here around the support area. It might be safe, at least partial entry here. Silver is, it does have obviously a little bit of support area right through here. So you could nibble, start adding if you got out, like I did. I got out. I don't know where it was, somewhere up in here, but on silver. All 16 sectors we follow finished in the green today. I will note the last time that all 16 sectors finished in the green was November the 16th last month. We haven't done that since then. The Industrial Transportation Index had the largest percent gain, up 1.65%, which is very promising. The weakest sector was the Securities Broker Dealer Index. It was only up 0.08%. Let's look at the VIX. The VIX lost another 2% today, and it was kind of starting a little triangle. It busted, it broke down from there. We've had this every time we get to this 20, we've been bouncing up on the VIX, which of course that means the market's going down, so it's something to keep your eye on. Let's look at some charts real quick. ABX, I've been talking about this area of support down through here. It goes way back. I think you could definitely start adding here. I would probably exit if we close below, down 39 or so. I'll probably exit. NXG. NXG is mineral, looks really good. Broke higher today. The volume actually picked up right there a little bit. It wasn't higher than average necessarily, but it was good. So NXG looks good for mineral, cheap mineral play there. Been talking about rock, still like it. It's kind of consolidating sideways. Went a little higher today, though. It looks good. ALB, which is a chemical manufacturing company, is holding on well. Looks great. Like it. Big Lots looks good. Still hanging in there. Like this AUI Optronics. Still been talking about it. Still like it. Like the RITs are starting to come alive a little bit. ABB, Avalon Bay, just came out of this channel here. It's had lots of volume starting to kick in. It looks good. IYR looked pretty good today too. PCL, Plum Creek Timber, it took out this 36. We've been talking about it, and it actually started getting had some decent buying coming in today, above average volume here. And this goes back. This is a pretty big deal because this goes back a long ways. This 36 has been resistance for a long time, so that would be probably a good long-term investment for somebody if you're interested in some timber. Asia was good. Still looks really good. Broke out of his little channel it's been in. Nutrisystem's has been real strong. Still looks great. I like United Health. Broke above this area. It's had a lot of volume lately. I have this target of 36 on it. MRVL channeled and then broke higher. It's been really strong. Still's looking good. Broke out here. Up quite a bit today. Still looks good. Joy Global. Watch this one. It's got earnings coming Wednesday, but peaked its head above this downtrend line today. Looks good. Shield, I talked about this one I think Friday when it was like here. Keeps moving higher. Probably next stop somewhere around this $80 area. JAS, Joanne Stores. I like this retailer. It's real strong. Broke out of this channel there. Probably going to go to 34. May even break out once it get there. And Rhino. Another Rhino has been real strong too. Bounced off support. Talked about this Friday or on the watch list. I don't remember which. But another one looks good. I'll show you the watch list real quick just in case you missed it over the weekend. So there's the watch list. A bunch of price patterns you can check out. You can stop the video, whatever, write those down, go check those out, whatever you want to do. Let's take a look at the current market signals. We follow the point and figure charts of the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P. All three indices remain on buy signals, and all the charts look good. So that's really it for today. Thanks for joining me, and remember to always invest sharp.